Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome. We have new faces here, new wonderful human beings chiming in, logging. What am I trying to say here? Joining us in this happy little family here. One of many. That's the cool thing about YouTube is that like you can be part of a lot of chosen families or of like staying in touch with people you really want to hear from, that you love how they think. And hey, and if you ever find my content not quite that, it's okay. I feel like when I kind of have this like, I don't know if I really want to watch that, then maybe it's time to take a break. Sometimes I come back to people that like I would follow their stuff a lot, took a break and came back. We are all human beings who are constantly changing. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I am super tired again. Like, I know I said this last time, but this has to be like the first time in what? I'm trying to think, a year and a half here that I've been doing these. Yeah, not that long. Like, I haven't been doing them that long, but I've like been here every week. Because I enjoy it. I really enjoy stationery. I really enjoy planning. I love this. But everyone who loves it still has days where they're like, oh, this is just hard. And today it's hard for me. I don't know why exactly. I think, here's what I think is that, and I guess what I think is the most accurate because it's my body and my mind and everything. And I think you know yourself best. I was it's been such a big week that I think once we had like an activity today, my body just like crashed. And I wanted to film this a couple hours ago, and I'm like, and my body was like, no, not yet. Not yet. Yeah, it's just like that adrenaline is like leaving your body and it makes you so tired. It's kind of like driving a long trip. Whenever I would get like a Starbucks triple shot venti, when I was drinking a lot of caffeine at the time. And again, this is in my college, just out of college days. I would grab one of those and hit the road and to go visit my family. Because we lived in two different cities that were about 3 hours apart. And I could arrive at like 11 p.m. and then crash because, it was just like adrenaline, got to go, got to drive safe. And I'm not a huge speeder. Well, I guess back in the day I was in my 20s, so probably like 10 over. But I wouldn't be too crazy. And yeah, it's just that like, and then my friend, when she would come visit us, she would be like, I'm so tired when I get here. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, it's just all that driving and that go is like dissipating. And your body is just like, I can relax now because I've overdone it. And I think that's what is whispering in my ear. Of just like, I think you've overdone it a bit. So, yeah. We're going to use up the rest of these for November 20th through 26th, which includes American Thanksgiving. I am here in the U.S., so we are kind of celebrating, it's controversial. It's a day where we need to remember a lot of the actual history of this country and really recognize that even my son's school is like, hey, this I think that was the first taste of unfairness that I recognized in elementary school, was just like, wait, hold up, what? When I learned about Thanksgiving, well, just learned about how the indigenous culture was just overrun, wiped out, all that kind of stuff. And then proceeded to, have these agreements, not hold up to them, and then rewrite history for when they actually occurred in the books. And so it's hard. It's hard. I know Canada and America have days to really think about indigenous peoples here, but it's a year-round thing. It's something to find out, who are the people in your area, the tribes in your area, who can you help support, listen to them, ask them what they need. And that's like the real meaning of some of these important days, is just a reminder to keep going and keep reaching out. Okay, maybe you reached out 6 months ago or a year ago. Maybe put it on your schedule to look a little bit more often. We can't fix all things in the world. We can't fix them all. What can we do? What can we do? So that's where I come from things. Excuse me. And you can also find peace and rest as well. So that reminds me of this card. Excuse me. I do have my water here. I was talking a lot earlier, but I'm also, I don't know, just a lot of, but I don't have a sore throat. I think it's just kind of allergy type stuff. I picked this card last week and I loved it. Let me talk about last week. So I still love these. It felt very spring-like, though. I have to say, colors are such a huge part of experience and how we have connotations of colors. And this just felt like a spring picnic instead of an actual brunch. But it was fun. It was fun. I needed to, kind of make things a little different. I'm going to update these. Sorry. I've been taking my pills here. No, I would say today has been a rest day. I did get my sleeps in and I need to drink some more water. I think that's, excuse me, what's going on. But anyway, let's see. I went, we did a little swapping around with carpooling. My mom friend that we carpool with, I probably could not handle one more person. It's nice when you have just two people, and you really get that rhythm down. She offered to pick up an extra day because, she's going to be swapping around days, and, I'm going to be taking the next 3 days. So it's been really sweet that she wants to try to keep things kind of fair. I do have a much more flexible schedule than her. So, yeah, because I'm going to the school anyway. It's not like, so when she has some time to actually, be able to help a little bit, it's so nice. It's so nice. I have to say, that's one of the biggest things that I had just very occasionally carpooled a little bit, maybe once a year. But to do it this year has been so nice because the school's further away too. So it's just kind of nice to have that. What else? We got both therapies in. We got a bunch of like little appointments for my husband in. He's getting some, let me turn my watch off real quick. Turn it on theater mode. Let's see. Will it turn off? Although there's nothing too personal. Yeah, there we go. I'm still getting set up, guys, and I'm still not, see, I'm telling you, I'm tired. But I think it's the way we handle being tired. let's see if I can talk, is that I think I need to charge this. Do we do it with grace? Do we say, yeah, we're feeling that way? What can we do to take care of ourselves? It's no fault to be tired. There is nobody to blame about that other than maybe your boss. You have a boss. So I'm still really loving this layout. Is there a ridge kind of in this area? A little bit more down here because I had the tape here. Since moving it up, probably till the end of the year here, it'll be just fine. And I like having it up here. I gave a little bit more room here. It was great. I didn't miss the room up here. So as long as I have it like at 7:30 or above, I didn't really use it much more up there. So that's okay. I might add a couple things here because I had a lot going on here. We had gotten a new mattress for our son. And then we found somebody in the community who could use his old one. He had like a little twin. And I know it can be really beneficial for moms who are trying to leave abusive situations to have, you know, twin mattresses to have their kids on. You know, sometimes they're just leaving and getting an apartment and just sleeping on the floor for a while. I've never been through that, but I remember being in transition and just having our mattresses on the floor for a while. And again, I was not in any danger during all of that, and I was very well taken care of. But you do need, like, it's such an important thing to have a bed. So I was hoping someone would need it for that. I don't know if the person who picked it up was transferring it to someone who's like that, or if they were just using it for their everyday needs. But it was so nice to, because with mattresses, you never know. You know, I am really careful with like bringing a used mattress into the house. You don't know. It's not somebody's fault. But if they have pets and things, they just may not know what they have. So I was just really happy that like we have no pets here. We've had this mattress for over 10 years. It still had so much life left. That's the thing, is like it really didn't have like dents in it or things. So yeah, it just felt really good that it was gone. We kind of celebrated after that. But we were like prepared on the weekend to take it to the dump if nobody wanted it. What else? Let's see. Oh, I wanted to give a little update. I shared this probably September because it had been a year. But I wanted to share, I had repotted my, I thought this would be kind of fun to share. I can kind of put it at an angle here. This is a violet. It's a jewel. Something jewel. It has these absolutely gorgeous leaves. I got it when it was just about this big. This is, well, there's a lot of moss on here because I used it for a project. And if there's some dye on here, I might take it off. I was just realizing this is from the craft store, so there might be a little bit of dye on here. But it's keeping this really moist right now. And it's been really happy. And so you can kind of see there's a little bit of pink in the leaves. Let's see if you can kind of see that. Jewel orchid, I think. Anyway, it's just so happy in here. It was one little clump. And then what it does is on the forest floor, it would spread out. And so that's what it's doing. I'll have to see how the root systems are. I'm wondering about turning them and having them go up in the middle. But I don't know. I'd have to think about that. But I just want to give a little update. This was, I don't remember when I last updated, but it was in this tiny pot. It was like this big and like that tall. Like it was like a little yogurt cup almost. And now it's just so happy. And it had flowered once. It gets these little like white flowers. Well, guess what? It has one here and one here. I thought that was so cute. I keep it right here, kind of on a pedestal up there. And yeah, I had it under like a cloche for the longest time, to keep it kind of moist, because it's kind of like it's a orchid, so it kind of needs humidity. And now it doesn't. It grew out of there. I also have another plant. I think I'll keep it. I'll share it next time. Maybe one plant a week. Why not? I have 3 plants up here. I do have like not a grow light, but just a plant light above it. Because in the Pacific Northwest, it gets really dark. So that was my show and tell. Oh, I paid a lot of bills this week, got all caught up in that. If you guys know, I continually talk about zeroing out all my credit cards, and they all are pretty much due this week between the 13th and the 19th. Yeah, especially. Sometimes on the 20th. There's a couple more by the end of the month, but it was just nice to just kind of go through them all. And yeah, caught up on that. There is like one card that, I mean, when it has food charges on it, sometimes you have to run the store, grab a little thing, and it takes a little while for it go from pending to on there to then making a payment. I don't know why I play the game. I mean, it's just like, I think a lot of other people, you tell me, do you, and this may be a personal thing, don't answer if you don't want to. Do you pay your credit card on the bill due date or the closing date? And do you try to zero them out, or do you just pay them once a week? What do you do? Because I do like a lot of payments just to keep all the numbers down in case something happens and I get distracted. But we're not like actively pursuing any loans right now, so a little fluctuation is not going to be much of a big deal. But it was really nice to get that all caught up. I have some laundry to put in the dryer. I just realized I should go do that soon. Yeah, so after I get off of this, I will be folding laundry, which I have to say, I am just so thankful that I enjoy that part. I don't know. It's easy to put them in and out of the machines, right? It can be depending on your situation. Ours play music, so we usually go and tend to them right away. But I know for a lot of people, I hear from so many people that it's the folding and putting away that's the hardest part. And I get it. There's other things that I just am like, oh, I hate doing that. But for me personally, I've never had problems with that because I like putting things back in an organized way, because the system is already there. If you don't have systems, it can be very frustrating. I know for a long time, I would just stuff things into drawers, especially my 20s. Let's bring back my 20s again. And you just stuff things in there, and then, yeah, you don't really look forward to it. But I have to say, I kind of like putting stuff away now. I also don't have a ton to do. Like, it's 2 loads a week because I'm not doing my husband's stuff. It's like 1 for sheets and towels, and then sometimes I don't have a whole lot because I'm in my pajamas and stuff a lot of the week, and then my son's stuff, so I just kind of have 3 maybe. Sometimes I can squeeze them into 2. So I know other families, I mean, you could do a load a day, and that's how you try to get through it. So anywho, I know I'm trying to keep myself awake while all this talking is what's happening. I did get a referral from my primary care doctor. That was the one thing here. Oh, and I spell it right here. Okay. I was going to say I learned how to spell it. I was putting 2 F's because dyslexia and 1 R, and then I looked it up and we're good. And I wrote it again here, and I made sure I knew how to spell it. Sometimes it's just one word every week or so we're just like, okay, I'm really going to learn this one word instead of learning 10 words, right? What else? Oh, my son had a blast this week. He got to ride bikes for PE. He went to a club on Friday that he just loved, like, and we're on top of his work. And I say we because we help him every night with his homework. And it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot to manage, and we're getting into a rhythm though now. He's resisting less, and so it's just really nice. He did some art today. I'm filming this on Saturday. We had my mom's dog Pickles over. This is not buying Pickles. This is my mom's dog's name. She is so cute. I don't know if I have maybe if I remember, I'll put up a cute little picture of her, but she's kind of like, she has similar markings to a Boston, but I think it's the cattle dog part of her. So she has some spots and some big black and white markings, and she's just cute. She's just kind of small. We had pugs for a good part of our late 20s and 30s, and they're bigger. She's bigger than a pug. So the pugs we would pick up all the time, but yeah, so sweet. And what else? Oh, I called, made sure that there was a med bill all paid. It was on my to-do list for a while, and I just waited and waited because I'm like, sometimes it just takes them a while to get through everything. And I knew it'd be paid off. It just was waiting for it. So I'm going to reuse. I'm going to try to use these up because these seem kind of, I was going to say Halloween, Thanksgiving, like, and just use these up. I don't think I'll be buying these again. It was, I've liked them the last couple years. Things are shifting. I think they worked for me a little better in the Moxie Life. They're a little brighter white. If you can see that, it's very, very subtle. I think these do work well on here. I do think some of the Sterling ink ones and other places match just slightly better. I think this is more for, Moxie Life, maybe Erin Condren. I've never used an Erin Condren, but it seems like non-Tomoe River paper is what I'm trying to say. I want to use the gold because it just reminds me of like setting the dinner table and having some nice, accents. And I'm trying to decide, I think this is way off. Although this kind of matches here. Maybe I do want to do a little red. Maybe this brown is not it. Do something jazzy. Okay. Because it is a little bit more almost reddish there, if you can see. There's still a little orange tint, but we're going to use it. I made some... Whoa. This is the wrong week. I have a lot going on that week. So yeah, this week here, where am I putting this? I'm putting this at 8:30. That's where I want to put it. Yeah. I did write my reflections and stuff already. I knew that was how I was kind of getting into getting ready to film. It was just, I would have to say this is like one of the hardest times I've actually felt physically worse and shown up more other times. I don't know what it is about today. This is the first time after daylight saving time being switched, and maybe that's a part of it. I hear everyone is talking about how much that's affecting them right now. I don't, feel like it affects me as much. I kind of like the nighttime. I'm a night owl. So I don't know, but So sometimes I just want to, you know, light a bunch of candles anyway. And yeah, it's hard though. I think I feel it more this year than many other years. So I can kind of understand it. But I won't begin to understand it if you like have, you know, SAD, seasonal affective disorder, you know, pretty bad or just pretty acutely. I don't know that. I know other things chronically that I feel, but no, I don't feel like I need like one of those lights, those like bright lights to. Wow, I am so disorganized with my stuff here. To look at every day. There we go. I've thought about like having one of those wake up lights, but I haven't had to do anything else. Let's see. I don't think the blue one. Let's do this orange one. Or do I have it? Probably this one here is the most orangey, and then we can like be done with orange for a while. I liked having all the orange of the season. It was really nice to do that, but I'm kind of on to green now. I'm like, bring on the green. Not so, maybe a little red. This turned more orangey, but I think it'll work. Done with that. I got this to, sorry, I have a cut on my thumb that I'm keep bumping. I got these. These are on Amazon. I'll have these linked below. I was trying to remember if I had linked them last week. They are like little sticky notes. If you can see them, they're just have stickiness on them, and it's really nice to kind of like put these. Someone in Sterling Ink mentioned them, and they are the exact height of the squares in here, which is really nice. So I kind of wanted to put like this up here. But I do find that because they stick up a little bit, I was hoping it was a little bit more washi like. I do glue them down a little bit. And as you can see there, the other thing, well, as you can see here, it's a little long, well, a little short. Oh, I grabbed a couple of these. Like, there's many on these, and they have repeat colors. And you get like 6 of these in different colors and things. Actually, I think I should stick this one down. They're a little hard to manage. Let's see, you get all these other colors here too. These are the orangiest ones. So 6 in total. And what I was going to do was, yeah, these aren't the exact height up here because the washi up here is tall. But I was going to take my scissors and see if I can do that. Well, it's a little long there, but then I just use a glue stick. And I don't use a fancy glue stick. I just use a leftover glue stick that my son had. It's just washable school glue. And I put this down over here. Whoop. Yep, almost right there. And I just kind of fit that into place right there. And I found, yeah, like when you use 2, you can actually fill up 3. I'll just put a little glue right here too. Archival? No, I would not say this is archival glue. Maybe it is. I don't care. So yeah, that kind of just, excuse me, shows his days off. And I used that here in the blue, and then that actually stuck up a little bit here. So as you can see, this one's closer. It's still hanging over a little bit, but it's still, I just used 2 total there. And I thought that was kind of fun. What is this? Oh, I was erasing some stuff, I think. So, because I picked this card last time, because I loved it so much, guess what? You, as a person, can decide if you want to pick another card. I am choosing not to pick another card this week because I love this one so much. I'm going to put it right here. Sometimes I do that when it's just like, I think I'm just going to put this over here. The last bit of autumn here. But truth be told, our Christmas tree is already up. We put it up last weekend. We just finished it with ornaments today. So we are in full Christmas mode over here. But here I am with still celebrating fall and autumn. Yeah, you can decide if you don't feel like you have gotten enough from the meaning of a card, and you can just hold on to it. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like that. Like, I'm not done, using that yet. You know what? I'm not going to use all of these, am I? So we're going to do, like, some of the meaning around fall is harvest time. It's about harvesting, the crops that you spent a lot of hard time cultivating all season. And these are very different wheats. Let me put this one over here. And that's what kind of Thanksgiving can be about for some people, of just celebrating that harvest time. That's also around the, it's not the solstice because winter solstice is coming up, but around back here, the first day of fall. So what was that? That was in September. Do I not have it written down here? It's usually right around in here. I thought I had it like written up here, but there are mushrooms in the way. So sometimes I write it on here. So Mabon, which is more of a, celebrating the harvest. So this is like 2 months later than that. But again, we're kind of unique because we put this Thanksgiving Day together for the US. Again, we don't need to like go into that again. That's really cute up there. I don't know about the owls or the deer. I think I'm going to move this. This was more of like a Black Friday, like remind me stuff. I was thinking maybe, so Sterling Ink just had their launch on Friday here yesterday, was that you could go and freely buy any of their planners right now. And I don't think she sold out of anything. I think there are still a lot. And I'm really happy. Like there was another, actually I'm going to put this up here. Another group of individuals who were just like, oh, I got to get them. And they were able to get them, I might need to move that down. Let's see. Let's see before they get too stuck up there, if you're not sure. I guess sometimes stickers, the longer they're stuck, it's harder to get them up. Let's get, so 1, 2 over, line this up a little better so I can see. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, And then we have the feet for steps. They look like exclamation points. I am using Z's as sleep and a little drop of water. And then, so now I can move these down. These are a little harder to get up, I have to say. They have a different kind of glue on them. And again, probably why I'm not going to get any next year. Let's see. There. And I'm going to just write 4 of air, which is sanctuary and rest. I want to think about that this week. So I want some orange dots, because I don't think I want brown. I think I want orange. And we'll put some, let's see, this one can go back, this can go back. I think I need the rest of the brown is what I was getting. Sorry, card, we're going to cover you up for a moment. So orange, I really need to clean these up. Maybe that's something I can do as I rest. I think I want a little space, so I'm going to put that one down. Put some to-do items here. And I think because that's kind of an orangey red, that kind of goes with everything. I don't think we're having lawn service this week, so I'm not going to put that on. So we will put here, we have, even though this, I ran out of room up here. And then here, yeah, Thanksgiving Day, we're still going to probably check in around here and then get our delivery here. So let me write in what these are for. Actually, I can erase the offs because I now have those strips down. So this is yard waste. And this is for putting it back in after it's been. So yeah, this is like putting it out on the street, and this is like them coming and taking it back in. And then this is our delivery, getting the order ready, and this is them delivering. Perfect. And then, what else? Is there anything? The only orders I'm kind of looking at, I think, is Lauren Phillips, which is new to me. I just ordered Dandelion Diaries. Finally watched her Sterling Ink video, and she had gotten multiple of these gorgeous clear, but they had designs on them, and a lot of them are bought up, so I'll put the link below to them, but they like have the moon and they have like this gorgeous design. When I get them, I will show them to you, but you might want to look in their sale area. They were like $5.99 each, and it'll be a while till I get them. So they kind of, they were just really gorgeous with like foil, but they were clear covers. That's as best as I can describe them because I don't have them in my hand. I don't have anything similar to them. So, but I do know that there was a sale that she was going to start around here. I might get some stickers from Sterling Ink and maybe some covers. I don't mind that some of the covers are a little small, but I don't know if I'll need any, since I bought a couple other kinds. So those are some of the ones. I sometimes get this like big wall calendar, but I kind of half used it this year and I don't keep those, so I don't think I'm going to get one this year. And there'll be one less thing I kind of have on the wall. I've just been using these so much. So let's get the two. Oh, I had this out to do colored dots, but just like some of these orangey dots, but I didn't end up using them. Get these down here, and then I'll go over the weekly stuff, and then I think that's about it. Yeah, I finally get to go back to the chiropractor this week. We have to pay out of pocket for him because he doesn't take insurance anymore. I mean, he's so good. He's so good. I hope he doesn't go out of business. He might retire soon. I would not be surprised. It's been kind of hard for him. So these are my actions for the week. So I thought maybe I would write them on this next page, and then I'm like, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing with these pages back here. I'm probably gonna jot some notes about some things, and I can do that in between. I don't think it's going to be notes that I need to index about anything. So I had therapy this week. We did some rescheduling, so yeah, that got done. Skin stuff, I've been like more moisturizer. That's like the main thing. I did record my podcast, but I didn't like it. Like, I sat with it for a day and I'm like, oh, can I edit it? Can I not? Can I just put it out? And I didn't like it. I had an outline. I talked about what I wanted to. But then I kind of brought those subjects up to my therapist, and she had another viewpoint. And I think that's what threw me off, was like, okay, I would need a little bit more information, or a different way to look at things. So it's all about experience, and I find it really fascinating, but I gotta wait. Planner, was this? Yes. So this was the paper test planners I got. If you didn't see those, that video is out. Those planners have me really thinking. I will just share that right now. I've never had a B6. I've had a Weeks, but I didn't like the Hobonichi Weeks. That's the only Hobonichi I've ever bought. The yellow paper drove me nuts. I couldn't do it. But the two that I got from Paper Tests there is something magical where I can see these reflections and stuff being integrated per week. So to me, it feels more like Moxie Life, because the reflections were in between everything. The months were in between everything. And there was a flow that you were just constantly going through the whole thing. This, you're flopping between the front and the back. So I got something to think about. I'll just say that. I messaged my primary care. She got the referral set up on Friday. We did some RFIs and water and sleep. The only thing I didn't do was message my GI. I'm seeing him in person soon, but I need to tell him something before that. So did a bunch of bill pays, got all of our Thanksgiving food. Excuse me. So like some of the more fresh stuff, I kind of did a blanch and flash froze some of those things so that they would last a little longer. And yeah, I think we're all set. Everything else should be Okay, now I'm navigating no egg, no dairy. So the stuffing, we're using just egg. So I had to make sure that was like the biggest thing. I made sure to get a bottle of that because I've used that the past couple of years and it works great. The we needed some sour cream, so I got some non-dairy sour cream. What else needs like egg and dairy? Well, mashed potatoes and things like that, we use oat milk in, and either a non-dairy butter or margarine, something like that. So yeah, I think we're good. I was going over all that with my mom, and she's like, "Yeah, I think we're good." My son had his therapy. I messaged her. We didn't do. We put up more decor, so we did do that. I do want to do still a deep. Oh, that was my bowl. So it's the fork in my bowl. Let's see. The kitchen, I still want to do. It's just like pulling everything out, and I need help. And I think with this long weekend, we'll get it done. But yeah, I have been doing some. This is Magic the Gathering, Mandalorian. We do geek and nerdery type things. I think we'll have a little bit more time this coming weekend to do some of these things. So I'm just going to do that. Yeah, so I wrote these all out here. So let's go over these. Some wins were the old mattress is gone. My son's club was awesome. I grabbed some covers on some discounts in multiple ways. I'll share some more. I think I'll get a lot of them within the next week. We'll see. But I get most of my Mo terms. That's what I prefer. I would rather have more than have like one expensive one because I'm in multiple planners. I don't know. They feel good to me. They're not high end, but they're nice. They're really nice. And they have like more wiggle room, I guess, for you to do other things. So yeah, there was like 2 off a Poshmark I just scored. Thanksgiving shopping was all done. And when I was doing my shopping that day, everyone was so nice. I have to say, it was really nice for everyone to say, "Hi, how are you doing?" I can kind of tell, like maybe their manager said, "Hey, talk to people, make people feel good during this like really busy time." But I also think it's a really nice store. They have really good management there because you can tell over time, like they care. You know when you go into stores and you're like, I feel really taken care of. It's the employees like having the energy to give to you, but also the management is showing the employees how to take care of themselves, hopefully, and take care of others. That's the whole point of everything. So we made a bunch of kind of appointments still. It's going to be a very busy December. Asking for the referral worked. Less morning screen time. We tried that this morning for my son to kind of like slide into homework instead of like watching screen stuff, whether it's like a show or a video or something. If he does that too early, then it kind of gets him off track. And then staying on all of his schoolwork and things. I just put it, but just we're staying on it this week. What didn't work is I didn't message my GI yet. I do have a bunch of donations. We're getting rid of a lot of twin mattress stuff. But it was nice to get that all out. It's in my car right now. So that's, if anything, I could just swing by and get those dumped off. I was trying to get some more. More being Christmas stuff that I don't want. And I just looked at some of that today because we're putting out less than half of like all of our stuff. And it's nice. It's really nice. Some of the important stuff is out, but now what I was asking myself is like, oh, could I donate this stuff now then? I don't think so. I think it's at the end of, what really worked for me is at the end of Halloween, I was able to go, okay, I really don't want this other stuff, and repacked it all. So I think I'm going to have to wait until January to donate that. So I probably should donate the bags in my car. It's just bedding and sheets. Some of it, you know, they can't take, like, they don't take like just pillows, but a lot of the sheets, anything they can like wash, they will try to. But I also want to organize this desk. It has a bunch of drawers down here, and I think I might do that before. That's the one thing I'm going to try to do tomorrow. Planner decisions. I'm in the midst of that right now. It is fascinating. It is fascinating to go, okay, I'm done with a couple systems that I used for a couple years. So it was a big turning point, as I said, to go into Sterling Ink, coming from Moxie Life, coming from Laurel Denise was a really interesting one, where you have the month and the weeks right next to each other. I still find that so helpful. I just couldn't use it because it was so big. And that's like the main thing. So she made a mini. But yeah, I'm finding all these systems really intriguing. And one of the biggest questions I'm asking myself is, well, two questions. Am I thinking of my fantasy self? The fantasy self that writes in all of them, which I'm never going to do. And I don't think I'm really thinking that I'm going to write in all of them. But I still think I'm going to write in like 4 dated things. And I don't think that's, to me, like, I have more than that I need to destash some of these. I'll let you know how I'm going to do that. But I have to really get clear. Do I want to write in just one? Do I want to have just 2? What does that mean? Because 1 would sure be really nice, but I have a feeling, because I keep all my health stuff separate, that's been kind of nice to have 2, and have a dated thing in there that really like shows all of the like billing wise. I don't need that in my regular planner to show like, okay, I've had this many therapy sessions, so I'm going to be paying, you know, for these. So I do need that somewhere separate, or I could use kind of some note pages for that. I'm really torn between Sterling Ink and having like this really cool system in the back, and not having these as dailies. Like, I numbered all of these, you know, going through, I've shown you like all of these are all numbered back here. And I got through, like, I didn't use those at first, and then I really got into dailies, and then I really got back out of them. So it was nice to try. So I don't think I would ever have a daily. And even with paper tests, there's like 7 daily pages. I would use them completely differently. So I wouldn't like go through and date them. But I have seen some really cool like trackers in the back that people are doing, or just like systems that they have, so that if they needed just a section in the back that just dealt with like insurance, you could flip to that and then see how you're tracking all of that. Yeah. Lessons. Momentum is important. That's been a really big highlight of this whole week. Zoom in on the food plan. So we have a bunch of meals. We have so much in our freezer. I need to like zoom in. We're only kind of like micro planning for like 2 or 3 days at a time, even though we have everything. It's kind of like, well, what are we going to have next? Yeah. I think there's going to be some issues later this week, so I'm going to have to look a little further out. So we'll see. And then zeroed the credit cards, stayed on plan, one day at a time. It's just, we kind of took each day at a time, knowing that we had many overlapping appointments. And yeah, big decisions coming up this week for my business stuff. 2 big days, and then rest, time off, and then back into getting, it's the re-entry, that's going to be a little hard, but something to think about, like what can we do on Sunday to kind of get back in, and then space to think about some things. Now, feelings here, I don't mean just emotions. So when I title this as feelings, sometimes it's just how I physically feel. So overwhelmed is kind of emotional. I felt like I had to be pushy with some people to go, no, this is what I really need, and be direct with them. I'm also feeling tired, and I'm also feeling good because there's been some more sunshine in our area. But I could also say my feet hurt or something like that. Like, feelings here are not just emotions. Moving forward with my actions, skin and hair care, since I don't have therapy this week. And then what's next here? So I want to redo that podcast. Another plan with me. The Aura Estelle should be coming. Hopefully, actually, it says still a week out, but I think it's making its way up the coast here. Some of the planners, the covers that I got, I'm hoping by the end of the week, we'll see. The biggest thing is I have some website hosting and Shopify things to really figure out, because there's a deadline on those. I really just want to take down everything. Like, honestly, my web design days are kind of over, and I just want to make this big, I'm done. But I do have to think about a couple things with that. I got to message my GI. I should probably put that in now. I was just thinking, because it's probably a short week for them. And then water and sleep are the main things coming up. Flow is just, what am I flowing my energy into? And it's going to be water and sleep and hosting and Shopify. What is it? This one. Why do I have multiples here? Oh, I put the orange away. That's why. I want to give and do some donating, donations and stuff, for usually I do it around the Thanksgiving weekend. And then my son has his therapy, though. We're keeping that. And we're going to see if there's any Zooms with family and friends. And then holiday rest and any kind of Magic the Gathering stuff. And then kitchen and donations are my 2 things I talked about. So it's nice to get that all written out. This is Sunday the 19th. So I'll just kind of keep doing that, I guess. I don't know. I'm just making it up as I go along, like everyone does. So are there any other things here? I think mainly the podcast. I just really want to get that podcast out. And then the website stuff, I'm really hoping to get narrowed down this weekend. Just those decisions. So, and then a lot of the resets that we do on Sunday will be done. Kitchen. That'll be after Thanksgiving. Just kind of cleaning it all out will feel good. I think even after decorating, it'll feel really nice to have the food. Oh, well, I just remembered we're gonna have a lot of leftovers. Getting all the food put away, and then maybe the next day doing kind of a deep clean, and then just relaxing, because we're all decorated. We're I don't know, it can be a lot, like right after Thanksgiving of doing those shifts. And I feel like we got that done early, that was a total gift to us. Sometimes you can do that, sometimes not. Let's go back to those actions again really quick. See if there's anything. The stuff in the mail will come when it comes. Oh, I'll put message GI because that's like the biggest thing. Yeah, and then I'll put the business too. Message GI and then biz balance. There's some just accounting things I call it, maybe I should just say bookkeeping. That's really what it is. It's just kind of an assortment of things. I feel like there's other things I need to write. Oh, I can put that I'm doing all carpooling. That would help. Carpool, CP. I am doing that. I guess this is the only overlap. Oh, there is my son's therapy. And then I am not having mine here, so I'm just going to put a little X to know that I've canceled that. I think that's it. I'll probably put my to-do list of like what we're bringing over. Yeah, it's just having those to-do lists are really nice. So like, what am I bringing? What am I actually having to pack up? So I could put this here to see if there's anything. No, I'll just leave that there. The blue is really throwing it off. Okay, I am done. So I am done. I need to go. My son needs me for something. So I hope everyone has a beautiful last few days of fall here. I know we have fall until December, a lot of December. But I hope you have a great holiday weekend. Oh, okay. I forgot to say, I finalized a time and a day for the live that I'm going to have. So I've done a live before. I've done other lives in other ways, way back the last few years. I used to go live on Instagram a lot. I used to do other things. But the first live here for this kind of like plan with me stuff, December 3rd at 1 p.m. Pacific. I put that in the community tab, but I'm also going to link it down below. Now, down below is, you don't need to RSVP or anything, but I am somebody who, like, if it's a time and date and you're dealing with like different time zones, I would rather have a link that I can just put into a digital calendar just to see where it is. You may not use a digital calendar that much, but it will tell you like what time zone. You can add it to any type of digital calendar and then see what time it is for you. I also just love those kind of invites. I can put them on my calendar and see exactly where it is and then put it on paper when I see where it lines up. So that invite is below. I'm just going to be doing exactly what I do here, but I'm going to be able to talk to you all. And I think that'll be really fun. I needed some time to kind of prepare for it. I wanted it to be after the American Thanksgiving here, but not too late in December. So December 3rd, it's really about celebrating 500 subs here. We're over that, but which I thank you all so much. But I'm really bad at celebrating. So this is my chance to actually celebrate. And yeah, join me if you can. Otherwise, I can talk to myself just like I am right now. And you can watch just the same. Like, really, if no one shows up, which I've had lives where no one shows up and I just talk, it's fine. But I have a feeling just one or two of you may pop in, and it'd be nice just to kind of talk back and forth, see what your opinions are about some things. It's just kind of fun to do that. So December 3rd, 1 p.m. Pacific, which is 4 p.m. Eastern, if that helps anyone. And that's a Sunday. Yeah, normally I film on a Friday or Saturday, but special case. I think Sundays are really good for a lot of people. And yeah, I will see you all then. That's not the next one. So the next one there's still one more in between there. So I'll remind you again. But if you want to get that on your calendar, go for it. If not, you might just see me pop in live and hop into. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.